install cam, that's why.
Yeah.
What's going on, HPP fam? Welcome back to another episode. I did not pick up the camera yesterday, but let me show you what happened. We've got our motor out of our Silverado out there, and the cam install is pretty much done. We just got to put the front cover back on and put the oil pump back on. But as you can see, we've already got the springs and retainers in, and we've got our lifters and such in, and the motor is timed. In the meantime, we've got this white charger that we are going to reconnect the exhaust, the factory manifolds to the mid pipes, due to somebody did a cam install on this one and didn't finish it or something. Not really sure, but we put the fluids in the engine, we got the PCM unlocked, and we're connecting the mid pipes. And then you should see this thing hit the dyno. I think it's a Texas speed cam, but I'm not sure. I will find out later. When this thing's on the dyno, I'll let you guys know. Our C10 is finally all wrapped up. I'm gonna get this thing centered on the dyno, and I think we're gonna go ahead and make some tugs. So I think we've got everything lined out. The truck is on E, the flex sensor is working, intake air temp sensor has been plumbed and welded into the intercooler pipe. So I think we are finally at that point. And then also Bowser's fuel system is all back to the way we originally had it. We had it all tore apart because we were trying to figure out what was going on with the fuel pressure. We did find out what was going on. We got it fixed, and now she purrs like a kitten. So we're gonna get her cleaned up and start finishing up everything that's left on this thing, get it all back together, so that way this thing can hit the dyno this week too. Your oil has since dropped back off. We'll be doing a spark plugs and booster pump on that. We put a factory fuel pump back in because the modification that we were trying to do with the hat was not working. So we put it back to stock, put a booster pump on it, so that way he can get back out to ripping on that thing. And then hopefully by the end of the week we'll get our El Paso car back in here, and we'll start ripping on the cam job on that. But that's what we got kicking around. Let's see where this week takes us. Well guys, I just filmed that entire thing and I didn't press record, so let's start all over again. So as you can see, we've got this 2012 Ram 1500 on the dyno. It's got a Texas Speed Stage 2 cam, K&N intake and an exhaust that we're tuning this morning. I left you guys off last. You've seen the C10 on the dyno. We're going through some issues with the C10. I'm not sure exactly what's going on yet, but as soon as I know, I'll let you guys know. This guy had a scheduled appointment this morning, so I had to rip the C10 on and knock this one out. We've got our motor back in our GMC, and Gio is diligently putting this truck back together, so hopefully this thing will be pretty close by this afternoon. We'll be ready to fire it up. But in the meantime, let's get this 1500 tuned up and back to the customer. guys, so our Ram finished out at 317, woo, focus, 317 horsepower, 362 foot-pounds of torque. Nice clean looking grab. This thing is still catted. Stock manifolds and stuff, but chopping down the block. Go ahead and get this one on back to the customer. So guys, we are rocking and rolling. Gio has got our cylinder heads on and torqued on our GMC. He's currently slapping his push rods and rockers on. Our LT is going together swimmingly. And then, as you can see, we've got a new one on the dyno. This is another one. We didn't do the cam. We're just doing the tuning. This is a 2020 5.7 liter Hemi. Some cool aftermarket badges there. Got an intake on this thing and a Texas Speed BFD camshaft, stock manifolds, stock cat, stock exhaust. Which one of the valves is like severely. I haven't heard one this bad. It rattles this little butt off. But this thing chops real nice, sounds good. I've already made some notes. Right now we're sitting at 359 horsepower, 392 foot-pounds of torque. I'm not thinking we're going to be making too much more with this thing. It could really benefit with a set of long tubes, and obviously to be catless. But she sounds beautiful. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the hood is going back on our GMC, and it is all back together. So we'll be getting first fire up on this thing in just a second. Trucking on into the end of the week here. As you can see, our GMC is gone, and we have a black single turbocharger in the bay. This thing is here from MISSISSSIPPI. I believe that's how it's spelled. Mississippi. This has got a Walker Engineering or Induction Solutions. Sorry, Mike. Turbo kit. Big single. And we are after the oil pump on this one. Excuse me. I was about to say water pump. So we're gonna be doing the water pump and spark plugs on this car, and I think I'll probably be doing some in-house tuning as well. I remote tuned this car, but since it's here, might as well throw it on the dyno and make sure everything's right as rain. But that's what Gio's gonna get hopping on this morning, and then we should be getting our GMC on the dyno this afternoon. Our other GMC, still working on it, man. We made some pulls, made some big power, over 600 foot-pounds of torque. I'm gonna keep the horsepower number secret, but we've got some growing pains with this thing. Every time we are getting close to getting done, we figure out other things that we need to make it run better. Crankcase ventilation is now a new issue with the boost. Push the dipstick out on it. So we're gonna have to dive into that and a few other things. I mean, it fires up, runs and drives, makes boost, but it is still not 100%. So I'm gonna talk with the customer, and he may pick it up. We may order a few things, and then he may bring it back. I don't know. We shall see. And then once the oil pump's done, we'll be bringing in this car and get started on the camshaft on that. But that's what we got rocking and rolling on this beautiful Friday morning. So let's see where we end up. So we're diving into this oil pump on this Charger, and that front main seal over here, I don't know, there's not much light, but it looked like the Cookie Monster's been chewing on that thing. He is not happy. We're definitely gonna get a new front main seal on this thing while we're in here. Oh yeah, Geo's rocking and rolling. We'll show this cover off here soon.
And that is gonna wrap it up for this week's episode. Y'all stay tuned and let's see what we can get rocking and rolling next week.
Peace.